If you have that much money, it's just like, you know, we walk past the store and we might buy this magazine because the cover it looks exciting to us. If you're really rich, then you might walk by. It's like, hey, black and red Rolex. I'll take it.
Why not? 27,000 pounds, no problem. Put it on my Platinum Amex or whatever they have, the black one.
The baller one, the one that Drake has. Drake has many of them.
I'm sure that he does.
We are live with our third series of the day. I'm excited. Hard versus Scarlett. It's going to be played on Frost. And of course, Scarlett is our red Zerg, spawning on the right top side of this map. Still happily representing Team Ace. Unfortunately, she has no beautiful Aces spinning logo. That makes me a little sad, man. But other than that...
That's that.
Yeah.
Down in the bottom left is Heart.
Other than that, she's still representing Aces.
Very there you go. Along with Nurchio, right?
Yes, and many more. It's a very strong team these
Scarlett
days.
Nurchio, that is like the dream team right there.
Well,
Doesn't get any better.
innovation might have something to say about that.
No, man.
Yes.
Innovation's a chump compared to Scarlett Nurchio.
Scarlett Nurchio is kind of your dream team. It's like your favorite Euro Zerg. That, you
just
like
gotta throw
polar
Jadong on there and you've got like the ultimate team.
You got like the polar opposite of people that you like as well, because you really like Nurchio, despite no one liking Nurchio. But then you also really like Scarlett, and everyone likes Scarlett, or at least like 98% out there.
I would say that Scarlett and Nurchio, personality-wise, are pretty damn similar, though. They're both huge trolls. Well, Scarlett's more of a troll, and Nurchio's just kind of a jerk. So.
Yeah, that's different.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Hey,
Gas opening here for Hart. He went with the Reaper opening every single game against Tudming, and there's not really any reason for us to believe that he's going to mix it up here against Scarlett.
Should give a little bit of love to Bly as well, as Bly also recently qualified for WCS Europe. It's a great achievement for him, because last year he didn't have a whole lot of luck making it into Premier League.
The most fashionable Zerg in Europe.
His nice, beautiful blue eyes.
And his very bright white pants.
He rocked them at the Home Story Cup, we will never forget.
Bly is very cool. Shout out to Bly, who's probably not watching us, but if he was,
you'd be surprised.
If he was, we would complain that he tried to steal credit for Ukraine Stars build.
I called him out on Twitter for it. He still said it was his build.
I know, I saw that. Such a liar.
No drone scout or SCV scout on either side of the map. Neither player sacrificing any minerals so far, Ben. But we will see a Reaper opening this time for Hart. Curious if he's going to make 2 Reapers once more. I guess on Frost cross map, I think he's going to do his triple orbital opening once more.
No, I don't think he's going to change anything. He's played completely standard. It has not failed him. I don't think he needs to mix it up here, at least until Scarlett smacks him.
I mean, the build that he used on Polar Knight looked great and it worked out fantastic for him, but that's because it was Polar Knight. Polar Knight is just so different than cross map for us.
Scarlett is also playing what has become her standard with the hatch first, gas spawning pool, and beyond that, well, there's really no telling which way she's going to take it. We've seen her play 2 base mutas today. We've seen her go up to a fast 3rd base today.
What is the superhero that can walk through walls, man? You know everything about superheroes.
See, there's an X-Man that walks through Shadowcat.
Shadowcat?
It's the X-Man that walks through walls.
This Reaper is the Shadowcat. He just went straight through this pillar.
Oh,
didn't even hurt him. No damage was taken.
There's also that other guy from the Justice League who's like an alien. Is he Mephisto? Is that right?
I have no idea.
I don't think so.
There was a guy in the TV series Heroes who was able to walk.
Marvin the Martian?
I have no idea about that.
He's a Looney Tune.
Commensa. Commensa and the logout obviously going down, followed up by the factory. Keeping a close eye though on what's going on over here for Hardman, because he's building another Rex, right? Where is that Rex going up? Why is something going crazy? I don't understand.
John the Martian from Justice League.
So there is another Rex going up above this refinery. This is different than what we saw in the other games, man. This is a little more to the heart that we saw in Polar Knight, if I recall that correctly. Scarlett, of course, delaying her extractors a little bit. That's kind of what she does. Well, she did actually get quick speed. Never mind. I'm completely thrown off by your X-Men references. Reaper gets trapped and Reaper will fall.
You cannot be thrown off by my references when you ask me to make the reference.
Yeah, but you never have a straight to the point answer. Like, you start off answering the question, and before we know it, you're discussing politics.
Every good story is a circle, right? You just wait till I circle back.
Stim being researched already for a Heart. Reactor going down on his other X as well. A Heart definitely showing us, Ben, that he has more than one build today. He's prepared a little more than just throwing down a bunch of orbitals and making a lot of Terran units.
Yeah, that's Pretty quick stim.
Yeah, it's very quick. And with his reactor as well, he's going to have, like, maybe just some crazy Hellion Marine push.
It's going to be kind of similar to the push that we saw Masa make on Habitation Station. It's just going to be better, because he's going to have stim, he's going to have medevacs.
Yeah, it's very different, because, I mean, that game opened up very strangely. And this time Scarlett is going up to 3 bases a lot quicker than the game on Habitation Station, but that's also because he didn't have to do it back then. This game, however, there was nothing wrong with doing so. I wonder if Hart is going to move out before medevacs are out or not. He's going to have ridiculously quick stim via with medevacs. That could just be his push as well, and then it's all going to come down to the engagement. If he keeps the Hellions alive to, you know, maybe tank some damage or provide some great coverage for his Marines, this could all be fantastic. He's probably going to wait for the medevacs. No combat shield, but still ridiculously quick stim. Scarlett's going to have to scout for this though, Ben. Otherwise, she might be in a little bit of trouble.
We'll see if she makes a big swell of lings around this point. It's something that is not uncommon for Scarlett. We see a couple lings on the production tab right now. Her 1-1 upgrades are on the way, and her Baneling Nest just went down, so she's getting the pieces she needs to put together a defense. There's more lings on the production tab, so she's doing the right stuff. If she does not realize that there's a threat of a push, though, it could become a problem. We'll have to wait and see.
This one happy Zergling might see these Hellions soon. That might not be enough. Frost was also the game where Masa was able to surprise Scarlett. I guess it's just kind of a tough map in general for Zerg to truly figure out what is going on.
Here's that push that we were talking about. There will be no combat shields with this, none whatsoever. It's just going to be Marines, Hellions, medevacs, and stim. And Scarlett still hasn't seen any of it, but for some reason she's making Banelings. So.
She's morphing 6 Banelings, and that's an excellent decision. More Zerglings on the production tab as well. She's making another Overlord too. She's going back to droning now though, so this could still be scary. Hart needs to do some damage with this though, Ben. He's 20 workers behind and he's a base behind. If Hart does absolutely nothing here other than trade the Zerglings for Marines or the other way around, then this is not going to be good for him, but he should be able to do some serious work.
I feel like this is defensible. Scarlett's got all the tools she needs as long as her Banelings don't just die. We see the scan going down as Hart's going to pick off a couple of tumors. 28 more lings on the production tab, and if these guys spawn before the fighting starts, I think Hart's in trouble.
Well, first Banelings are over here, more Banelings wiggling in from the high ground. Of course, no Baneling speed, but there are so many Zerglings and Banelings that it might still be good enough. Queen's providing some great support focus fire as well.
This is shut down, man. Banelings are going to continue to wiggle forward. A couple of them do detonate on those Marines, and Hart has not been able to find an opening. He is continuing to rally across the map, though, Kev. While taking a third base, Scarlett is going to be forced to pull drones off the line. So there's a small victory for Hart.
There is a third command center going down in the main base as well. Of course, it is a little slow, especially compared to the third base from Scarlett. But as long as Hart denies mining here for a little bit, and he doesn't just lose everything to a few Banelings, this has already been reasonable for him. This is kind of what he was looking for. He's going to pick up a few more additional drones. This is well executed by Hart.
Yeah, it's actually, he's kind of salvaged it. For a second, it looked like Scarlett was just going to crush it. But in the end, Hart did manage to do a little bit of damage. He killed 8 drones, and that's enough to keep things very even. 50 Harvesters to 45 right now. And with 3 orbitals out on the map, that means Hart's going to be in a comfortable position. I
love what you're seeing from Scarlett on the other side of the map as well. She is dropping creep on both potential third bases for Hart, so that's going to slow things down a little further for him. Combat shield has finished up during all this, +1 is on the way as well. Scarlett already having 1-1. Hart setting himself up for some multi-prong. Scarlett doesn't have that much map vision. This is a little scary for her.
She's also delayed Baneling speed for some reason. Okay, now she's going to start it. So a little later than maybe we would have liked to have seen it. We'll see if it ends up hurting her. As we can see that Hart, with 1 scary army, is soon to have 2. As that multi-pronged aggression is a very real threat that Scarlett's going to have to contend with. She's been macroing well, spending all of her gas. And
he really wants to clean up at least one of these armies. This is a great position for these Hellions, getting a couple of really juicy shots off. Finally, the Zerglings are getting reasonable service area, but not good enough. At the same time, a lot of Stim Marines making their way into the natural.
And there is nothing there to defend, just a single spine. Lings are going to stream forward, and this is a terrible spot to try and attack into if you're Scarlett. Hart, of course, upon seeing the Banelings, just picks up and gets out of there and sends this this second wave back once more.
This is sick execution so far by Hart, man.
Yeah, he's doing a great job with this. Look how fast he's playing. He's averaging 230 actions per minute, and he's spiking very, very high. Scarlett has not tried taking another base here, so she's essentially been restricted to 2 bases, Kev, because she hasn't really been able to mine off her third, with the exception of the gas. She's been able to mine gas with 1 drone on each extractor.
It is something, all right. Mule is guard on the production tab right now. That's going to make life a little easier for Scarlett, as he has finally something to trace down this Medivacs and actually pick him up as well. But during all this, Ben, Hart has been getting a really good army out. He's been so cost-effective. Look at this. Scarlett has lost over 3,000 in resources. Hart only 1,300. That is magnificent if you place down.
Yeah, it's been a good-looking game here from Hart, who seems to have everything going for him. He also cleared out that Overlord at his third base, so he's going to have a 3-base economy very soon.
Ah, 2-2 did finish up. Scarlett, of course, invested a lot in those upgrades early on. That is definitely something she can hang into. Plus, just 2-1 on the way right now, so it's 1-0 Marines against 2-2 Zergling Banelings.
Scarlett has lost track of Hart's army, and that could be a problem. Now she sees it on creep, though, and is going to bring everything back.
Hart has to be careful here, Ben. This could
is
be a
huge
terrible
army.
fight
Yeah,
for
this
him.
is a lot of Zerg, and if Hart overextends, he's going to take some pretty heavy losses. It looks like he's not going to make that mistake.
Widow Mines.
Yeah. Oh, man.
There's another one. Oh my god, so many Banelings got blown up over there by that one Widow Mine. Great Widow Mine positioning again by Hart. And if we thought he was cost effective before, Ben, 1,800 against 5,000 right
that
now.
Resources lost really tells the tale as Hart continues to put himself in a better and better position. 157 supply against 118. Scarlett maybe on the ropes a little bit here, and that was an uncharacteristic engagement for Scarlett. We very seldom see her losing lots of Banelings to burrowed Widow Mines, and I'm sure she's shaking her head a little bit as a result of that. Hart continuing to push forward and deny creep. Scarlett continuing to replace that creep.
Some of those Marine here since the very first push, since that push started at the 8-minute mark. It's 15-minute mark right now. Hart is still putting pressure on. He's going to pick up a few of these queens. He's going to deny the creep too much from going down. Maybe even deny that fourth base, but even if it goes up, I don't really see Scarlett saturating it in the near future. A few Hellbats are going to make their way across the map as well. The only thing that Scarlett had going for herself for a while was that massive Baneling, that massive upgrade advantage.
Banelings keep rolling forward. An okay fight for Scarlett, but Hart has split very well, and he will kill every single Baneling. And again, resources lost shows us that he's been far more efficient than Scarlett has. More Banelings on the way. +3 is on the way. Scarlett, have you gotten your hives somehow in the midst of this? That's pretty impressive.
He did fire up the hive, but he doesn't have that many works. He's on 65 drones right now, so he's sending a few drones over. But like her Mudalisk as well has not been able to gain any map control at all. He has had absolutely nothing on the map. Banelings got good connections though this time.
Actually, excellent connections with the Banelings, as most of those Marines killed in that fight. And with these 22 Lings popping out, Scarlett may finally buy some stability as Banelings once more trying to find those connections, but this time failing, crashing into Hellbats and Marauders instead. This could end up costing Scarlett an expansion, as this hatchery is going to come under fire, and it will go down very quickly.
Axiom's Hart looking absolutely fantastic so far. And that one game on Frost he played against Toot Ming was a little shaky, a little rusty, but in the other 3 games, or 4 games, yeah, 3 games, I should say, he's been absolutely fantastic, and this has been a very good looking game by him.
Somewhere Total Biscuit is smiling as Hart is pushing up forward into the natural. And Scarlett has more reinforcements coming, but it might not happen as she's going to be choked up. She's going to tap out. Good game. Axiom Hart goes up 1-0 in the best of 3 and is now 1 map away from making it to the round of 16.
He opened up with Stim very early on, got Stim around the 8-minute mark. As soon as he had 2 Medivacs, he moved out and he kept some of those units alive up to the 16-minute mark. Just never really overextending, keeping them there, keeping